Hello ladies and gentlemen, I'm Joseph Novichkov, Senior Trading Manager with GDM. Firstly, let's start today's outlook with the Asian markets. They finished mixed on Wednesday as we're looking at traders that remained in wait-and-see mode ahead of the Federal Reserve Chair Janet Yellen's speech at Jackson Hole on Friday this week. Tracking the Japanese shares rose along with the Nikkei 225 index finishing up about 99 points, or about 0.5% at 16,597.3. The dollar edged up on Wednesday, moving off lows touched against the yen over the night, as of course markets look to the gathering of global central banks in Wyoming for clues on whether the Federal Reserve is poised to raise interest rates again. The dollar inched 0.2% higher to 100.45 yen after nudging below the 100 mark over the night to 99.925. European stocks opened lower on Wednesday in a choppy week of trade so far, as we're looking at investors there which are trading cautiously ahead of a key speech of US Federal Reserve Chair Janet Yellen on Friday. The Pan-European Stock 600 index was down about 0.5% in early trade. As we're tracking Yellen, which is set to deliver a speech at the annual gathering of central banks at Jackson Hole, Wyoming, and of course which investors will be listening for some hints on the timing of US interest rate rise. The euro was also down about 0.1% against the greenback at 1.1294. Sterling also slipped 0.2%, 1.3172, after it touched a 3-week high of 1.32 over the night, after manufacturing export data suggested that Britain's economy is holding up surprisingly well in the aftermath of its vote to exit the European Union. Gold in the commodity sector was trading in a narrow range on Wednesday as investors waited for clues on whether the Federal Reserve would hike interest rates this year. At the end of the week, Fed Chair Janet Yellen is scheduled to address a gathering of global central bankers after recent hawkish comments from some policymakers have, of course, raised investors' expectations that Yellen might also take a less cautious tone. Tracking the price of the yellow metal, it was flat at 1337.30 an ounce, as any hawkish tone emanating from Yellen's speech regarding rates would have a negative impact on gold prices. Crude oil in the energy sector fell on Wednesday as an unexpected build in US crude inventories weighed on the market, along with, of course, concerns that Chinese crude demand could falter as Beijing clamps down on alleged tax evasion in the oil industry. US West Texas Intermediate crude was down 72 cents, or about 1.5% at 47.38. That's all of the important news of today. Stay tuned. I'll see you next time. Bye-bye.